very significant way with the DoD.
Perfect. Again, great progress. I'll pass it on. You can go on for a lot more questions, but I want to be mindful for the rest of the analysts.
The next question comes from the line of Chris Pierce with Needham & Company. Please proceed.
Hey, you guys recently updated us on the Marina facility. I was wondering when, and sorry if I missed this, but when might we hear more about the Ohio facility and more scaled production? I understand you don't want to produce these things at scale until you know you're further down the road with certification. So this is a sort of a backdoor way to ask about certification timing. But I guess when might we hear about Ohio manufacturing cadence, margin on the OEM side of the business? Just kind of details around that would be helpful for modeling.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. So as I mentioned previously, we're really trying to think about this in a multi-site, horizontal, scaled approach. First, with Marina, we are thrilled with the timeline that we were able to build and begin to populate our manufacturing, our larger manufacturing facility there, more than doubling our manufacturing footprint in Marina, and also really pleased with the work that the team is doing to mature and accelerate the build rate of both the components and the aircraft. Just today, got a report that we had manufactured 18,000 components in July alone. So it shows that we're, Joby manufacturing globally is just hitting its stride and becoming more and more efficient and more productive. With regard to your question about Ohio, we're thrilled with the acquisition of our first building there and the build out of that. We're thrilled to be building our team in Ohio, doing training, and can't wait for parts to start coming out of that facility. And also extremely excited about opportunities to continue to expand our Ohio footprint and the incredible support we've received from both Dayton and the state of Ohio and Jobs Ohio. They've been absolutely spectacular partners for us.
Okay, appreciate the detail. On slide 8, when you talked about Dubai, you're talking about this one vertiport in the first quarter of 26. Does that get back to Part 135 and touring, where it might be a kind of something you can do with passengers in the first quarter of 26, but then you need further build out in like hotels or things like that? Or is there already infrastructure to land these things with passengers? Like, I just want to get a sense of what needs to be done beyond what's in the letter to kind of start higher tempo passenger flight in Dubai.
It's a great question. I think one of the amazing things about the flights that we did over there is that some of our key partners and potential partners were able to come and see flights, and including many folks on the real estate and real estate development side, and the amount of interest and the excitement from real estate developers, both in Dubai and around the world, has never been greater. The ability to have a quiet electric aircraft land at your development and deliver folks, for example, from the airport to the Palm in a matter of minutes rather than nearly an hour, that's a game changer. And so we do see really significant momentum in opening up additional takeoff and landing locations. Additionally, as I believe you're aware, our partner for building the vertiports in Dubai is Skyports, and they're making fantastic progress alongside RTA, the Roads and Transport Authority, in planning and building out the network of vertiports in Dubai. And so we, as you mentioned, the first vertiport that broke ground at DXB, the airport there, is making great progress, and we're really excited to bring additional nodes online in the Dubai network, and thrilled with the momentum we're seeing in Dubai overall.
Okay. And then just lastly on Blade, is it fair to say that Blade didn't have any exclusive properties, but you gained a potential first mover advantage, or is there more to it than that?
So Blade, one, has a number of exclusive lounges. Two, the real estate available at many of these vertiports is quite limited, and so it's valuable to have a place for passengers to wait out of the sun, out of the rain, while they're getting ready to board their flight. So we do feel like although many of these sites are public access, having a lounge and a facility at those locations is extraordinarily valuable. Two, the Blade also has a large network of takeoff and landing locations in Europe, and as well as the greater New York area. And we think that network of takeoff and landing locations is an incredibly valuable and underappreciated asset, and we couldn't be more thrilled to be able to count that as a Joby asset now.
Okay. Appreciate the time, and good luck.
Thank you.
As a reminder, if you'd like to ask a question, please press star one on your telephone keypad. And the next question comes from the line of Savi Syth with Raymond James. Please proceed.
Hey, good afternoon. It's definitely an action-packed quarter here. If I can go back to the third aircraft, can I clarify if you're out of policy completely, and this is just kind of the execution side? So like the MOC cert plans are approved without placeholders, or is this kind of being built at risk a little bit?
I would say that we are very much in the final. Yes, I would say that we're substantially out of policy, if not completely out of policy. The real focus right now with the FAA is on finalizing all of our TIA flight test plans, and really thrilled with the lean in from the FAA on that front. Of course, there's still the 50% of stage 4 that the FAA has to approve, but again, the progress they're just putting points on the board day after day. So we feel extraordinarily good about where we are with the FAA, and as well as where we are in terms of the design and manufacture of this aircraft. We think this is a huge milestone that we announced today, and just thrilled with the execution of the testing team. I don't know that I emphasize that enough. We didn't just finish building this airframe; we finished testing this airframe. So it's like it's going into final assembly, and it's got lots of green check marks.
That's great. And maybe along those lines, as we kind of look forward to the cert testing, I know kind of each aircraft, I think you said you'll build 5, will be designed to test something different. I wonder if you can kind of talk a little bit about like maybe what the first aircraft will be designed to test, and what we can kind of look forward to.
Yeah, so there are multiple TIA tests that we're working on getting the test plans that we're working on getting approval with the FAA, and each one of those, each of the test plans has a specific one of those 5 aircraft that that it's going to get that we plan to test it against. There is some flexibility, but we're targeting it. And the other thing I should emphasize is that we've started building parts for all 5 of those aircraft. So some of them are, this one, for example, has now completed the testing. We have multiple others where the airframes are going through the airframe assembly process, and we're building components and systems for many of them. So we're in full swing, and I couldn't be more proud of the work that our incredible manufacturing team is doing across the sites in San Carlos, Marina, and soon Ohio. So absolutely thrilled and grateful to everybody on the Joby manufacturing team.
I appreciate that, Joe. And can I, if I might ask a quick follow-up on a previous kind of question on the defense side, have you kind of identified any specific programs of record? And I'm just kind of curious how meaningful that can be. I know you quoted a big DoD number, but was curious, how much realistic kind of opportunity that could be pursued here.
Thanks, Savi. This is Paul. So, scoping up, this is a big moment, I think, for rethink in terms of what the future of military aviation looks like. Recent conflicts have certainly shown that, the sort of paradigm of large, expensive, crewed helicopters for a wide variety of missions may not be the right one on a go-forward basis. So we think we've got an opportunity in conjunction with L3 to essentially build something that is cheaper, quieter, autonomous, and essentially flexible for a wide range of use cases. So we called out a few, I think, in the announcement, including contested logistics, counter UAS, so counter drone, and in turn, electronic warfare. And fortunately, we are partnered with someone that has incredible payloads across each of those sort of functions. To answer your question, there are core existing programs that we are going after, but some of this is also about shaping programs in light of that big rethink that I mentioned at the front end. And what I think is very important in this sort of moment is being able to translate very quickly from demonstration into deployment. And that's where I think this dual use approach, essentially leveraging the same technologies and the same manufacturing lines that we're using for the commercial side, really pays dividends, both to us as a company and in turn to our customers in defense.
That's helpful, Paul. Thank you.
The next question comes from the line of Amit Dayal with H.C. Wainwright. Please proceed.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and congrats on all the progress this quarter. With respect to the certification timeline, do you have a sense of whether it's next 2 or 3 quarters, or is it a little bit longer before, you are completely set up to get into operations?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Just to be clear, what we're guiding to is that we're on schedule to begin flying the TIA aircraft with Joby pilots by later this year, and to begin flying with FAA pilots on board by early next year. And so that's those are the flights that the FAA pilots fly to confirm that we are compliant, and that's what gives us points on the board for stage 5. And once those are complete, then we're in the final stretch of stage 5 and type certification.
Understood. Thank you for that. And then, is the Blade deal closed for you guys? I just wanted to see, when we can potentially see contribution from, the Blade operations in your financials. Is it 4Q? Maybe we can see that?
Yeah, Amit, Rodrigo here. Look, we just signed, and then it'll take a few weeks to close, so more guidance when we get there. But right now, we're just like in the process of announcing it. And then, as you know, very typical, will take a few weeks to close.
Understood. Yeah, those are the questions I had for now. I'll take my other questions offline. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for today. We thank you for your participation in today's conference call. You may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.